Welcome to Wild West Garage. My name's Morgan, and for those of you that don't know me, this is my 1957 Chevy Belair that I've owned for 41 years. And for those of you that do know me or have been to the channel before, you might have noticed that my car doesn't have a grill bar in it. Well, it sort of does. It has parts of a grill bar, just the ends. So what happened was, I was on my way home one night, and a little baby deer ran out on the road. I had no chance to react, and just ran right into the front of my car and broke my grill bar into several pieces. So I just took the ends, cut the ends off, flipped them around, and take a closer look here. See, this is the outboard side of it, so they're just flipped around, and that was my solution for the time. But I just bought that other Belair, and it came with a broken grill bar, so I'm working on that in the shop. So I thought, well, I might as well make a video on it, see where it goes. So let's take a look at that grill bar. So here it is, and you can see it's obviously what the problem is. It's got that break in it there, and the not so obvious is this. It's got a crack right here, and even less obvious, unless you know what you're looking at, is these. And I have no idea what I'm talking about here, and I'll explain that later. These studs
line up in a straight line. So
don't line up
got this,
and shouldn't line up.
These three here line up in a straight line, and those three there line up in a straight line. So it's this middle section where the emblem goes. It's kind of gradually bent all along there. So what I've been doing, and I've already started working on this, I'm not sure if it's actually doing anything yet, but I think it is I've been putting a little pressure on this like that, and I'm heating up this top piece. Hopefully it's gonna, so this plane here and this plane here should be straight, and they're not. So you see what I mean here? It's quite a, I don't know if all the bends in the middle here, or it's just kind of gradual all the way along here. It was bent quite a bit right there, where that crack is. I kind of think I got, I don't know, most of that part of the bend taken out already. So I'm just going to keep working on the top of this and see if I can get it to straighten out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat this up and kind of let the weight of it do the straightening. So even that almost brings it right back to where it needs to be. So like I said, I'm just going to keep going along here, and hopefully this is going to work. Yeah, just opened up, dropped into place. Actually, I was wrong. They don't line up in a straight line. If you see this here? So it starts out here, moves up to just a bit past the midway here, and then it's on top there. So this is rising. So if I put this together now, it's actually gonna fit on here, I believe. Yeah, fits on there. So I guess this grill must slope back a little bit when it's in the car. I don't think it's straight up and down. Okay, good. That's where I'm going to leave it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean up the back side of this area here, and I'm going to epoxy a nail in there or something to hold that together. Alright, so I did a little bit more work on this. I heated it here, and I heated it where that big crack was at the front, and kind of push this all down here to get that, to close that crack up. So now I've got it all clamped down here, propped up, put that socket in there just to tweak this a little bit. And so now I'm going to put some epoxy in there. So I've got that nicely filled up with epoxy. Now I'm going to stick this in here. It's a little piece of perforated strapping. Going to press that down into the epoxy. Not with my fingers though. Junk all over me. And I avoided putting any epoxy up against this top edge of the opening in case I ever find that emblem. I can stick it in there. I don't want it interfering with the emblem. Now I'll just cover this over. Push it down in there a bit more. There. That's all there is to that. There we go. Now I just gotta wait till tomorrow for it to harden up. It's a slow setting epoxy. I like to use that. It's stronger. I mean, the quick set stuff works too, but for something like this that's gonna have a fair amount of stress on it, I don't want it coming apart again. So all right, it's been overnight. That's nicely hardened up. Let's take a look at it. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. You're going to be able to see that crack obviously, but it's not a big deal. So spend a little bit more time cleaning this up. There's a lot of junk on here that'll come off. I think a lot of this is it was inside the car, and there were some steel parts on top of it that were rusting, and then you know, the rust was dripping onto this thing and staining it. Of course, it's all pitted. But like I said, I mean, from back here, looks good. It'll look all right once I get it a little more cleaned up. That's a $500 part. Anyways, for a repro one, at least 500 bucks. Probably more in Canada. I think I've seen them, they range anywhere from like in the mid 4 range, you know, like 400, 500 bucks US. Maybe some cheaper ones, but anyway, this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. So I'll get it cleaned up and on the car and see how that looks. I mean, my car isn't mint anymore, so it's a rat rod. And that's what it's going to be. So I don't know if any of you Tri-5 guys have noticed this. You probably have. This portion of the grill bar is pretty much an exact miniature copy of the headlight portion of the fender. From here it looks good, and I really like these flames. They're really, yeah, I really like them. I'm glad I did that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and you'll see me next time.